I am Cruz. I am the firstborn.
My name is Cruz, and I'm the second-born.
My name is Gilberto Cruz. I'm the third-born.
I am Glendeline Cruz, and I am the fourth-born, also the youngest.
These four are the children of Betico Cruz. To Aruba, Gilberto Francois Betico Cruz is celebrated as the great liberator who led the island to its autonomy from the Netherlands Antilles. Despite facing immense challenges, Betico's determination and vision never wavered, eventually achieving a historic victory for this small island. Till this day, he is a deeply respected and beloved figure within our local community of Aruba. Tragically, Betico's life was cut short in 1986 when he passed away at the age of 48 following a car accident. At the time of his untimely death, he left behind his 4 children. Gisette, who was 23, Glenbert, who was 20, Gilberto, affectionately known as Junie at 17, and Glendeline, lovingly called Lalo, who was just 13 years old. Every year on January 25th, Aruba honors Betico's birthday with a national holiday, a testament to the lasting impact of his life and work. Today, we take an intimate look into the family of Betico Cruz, who have carried his legacy forward and ensured that his story lives on. Through the voices of his children, we uncover a more personal side of this iconic leader, exploring the man behind the history. What was your memory of him as a father?
He was a very busy man.
He was an active dad. He was sometimes an absent dad because of his work.
Right now, I think back and I say, he had like 1,000 of things on his mind, going through so many things.
But he always tried to dedicate time to us.
And he would always take a few minutes and sit with us at the table and just ask, how was your day?
He says to me one day, okay, this Sunday, I will dedicate it only to you, to the children. I said, okay. So I said, where are we going? Now, we're going to drive around, maybe we'll go to Alto Vista, and then have a lunch somewhere. And then I said, okay. So we all jumped in the car. It's gonna be a Sunday, just us and our dad. And then, okay, let me make a quick stop here. And then he goes in, and we were waiting in the car. And it wasn't for him at all possible not to visit the people. Even with us in the car, it was for him, I think the love of the people for him, the love of the Arubans for him, gave him the necessary energy to keep on fighting for the best of Aruba.
One time, it was my birthday. I was in 2nd grade, and he came during the break and brought me. At that time, the tradition was you would buy the classroom ice cream. So he was the one who brought it to me.
There was a time he came to visit me at school because I hadn't seen him in a couple of months. So he came to visit me at school during my break. Yes, and all the kids went crazy when they saw him.
He talked a lot with us about what he would advise us to study, depending also he knew our talents. In my case, I like to paint, design, so my first choice for studying was an architect, and he would orient me on being an architect. But he also advised us, not politics. He advised us business. He advised us honestly banking. And so that was his advice for us, because he wanted us to study something that can be useful to us in our professional life, in our life. And I enjoyed those conversations with him about life, and also being a boy, a man.
I recall him helping me with a thesis I had to do for school, and I did it on status aparte, and so yeah, and thank God I got a passing grade.
One thing is for certain, this family is an incredibly close-knit unit. The strong family values shared by the four siblings were instilled in them by both Betico and their mother.
How close are you with your siblings and with your
Very,
family?
very, very, very. They're my everything.
Your family unit is your core team. It's your core team. And we try to make sure that our children also understand the responsibility of being a core team.
My father instilled that in us. He said the unity among the family is very, very important. You know, for him, blood matters a lot. We should stick together.
That's one thing I'm very grateful for, that we got from our mom and our dad. And I admire, I'm grateful for the unity, the closeness. You know, we all rely on each other, and I cannot imagine a life without them.
And I think that was something that was instilled in us by them, by my father and my mother. You know, no matter what, they always, you know, emphasized the fact that we had to stick together as brothers and sisters and love each other unconditionally. That is what we experienced at home, unconditional love. And we grew up with that.
After his passing, the unity among the family became even more important. That's because that's what helped us keep his memory alive. You know, comfort each other.
Out of the four of you, who is the most like your father?
Oh, wow. If you ask my mom, it's me.
That is a difficult question.
Character-wise or look-wise?
I would say my brother, Junie. He is the most like my father. He has most of his
I
qualities.
think I have some qualities of him. Glamour has a lot of qualities. His charisma, what he was known for. My father was known for his charisma. I think Glamour has it.
But I would say the leadership qualities, I would say it. I see it in my brother Junie.
When it comes to charisma, I think definitely Glambert. I think definitely Glambert.
For his intellect, maybe Lalo, Gisette, you know, stubbornness, maybe me. You know.
All of us have some qualities of him, yes.
All of us, we have a little bit of him.
We all have a little bit of him.
Looking at us, I think you would see a little bit of both. Both my mother and my father, you would see a little bit of both in each of us.
What is something that he's done or a quality of his that continues to inspire you every day?
You know, it's his determination,
Determination.
never giving up,
He would not give up.
no matter the circumstances. I think that's the best lesson and example he could have given us.
He doesn't give up. You know, he didn't give up. He would continue to strive.
Because he keeps on going, you know, all the problems that he were confronted with in the lucha, in the battle for status aparte, but he kept on going. If this way is not possible, then we go the other way, but we have to, you know, get there. The determination, the never giving up.
What I admire about him that I think we miss a lot in this time is his ability to separate any professional differences with personal friendship or a relationship. And you know, nowadays everything is so personal, but he tried to be the best friends of those who oppose him the most. You know, because he was able to respect some other people's opinion, even if it went against him. And it's something that I admire a lot. I try to apply that in my life, understand that people don't have the same opinion and have a different point of view. And his drive, his determination, his fearlessness is something I admire a lot.
What is something that he did that continues to inspire you every day?
The way he treats people, his humanity, his humbleness, the way he treats people, how important people are in his life, and I think he gets oxygen from that mission of trying to help everybody, and everybody speaks about. I remember his grand heart he had for the Aruban people, for Aruba. That inspires, in my case, it inspires me every day. The way you treat people, and also the respect with which he treats everybody, that inspires me every day.
Being the children of such an accomplished and deeply respected leader comes with its own set of pressures and expectations. I asked them, what is it like to carry on such an important and meaningful legacy for Aruba?
Does it ever get heavy carrying the Betico Cruz legacy? Are you ever tired of it? Or are you continuously ever so proud every day to be part of your family, to be the face of your father, to be the face of Status Parte? What is your true feelings on it?
You know, I'm never tired of it, but I'm also conscious that I cannot take any credit for it. So I'm very proud to be a Aruban. I'm very privileged to be his daughter. I'm very proud of everything that he's accomplished. I admire him greatly. I admire what he has done, but I don't only admire him as a daughter, but also as an Aruban.
How has that been for you, upholding this kind of title of being part of the family legacy?
You know, for some reason, Yantal, I don't see it that way. You know, it's I think what any daughter would do, you know, for the memory of his father, you know, to go on with his principles, with you know, with his legacy. My father has a big legacy because he is the liberator of Aruba, but every father, I think, has a legacy in his own home. And you know, as a daughter, I see it that way. I just want to do him right and do him justice, because he was a very good father to all of us, you know, despite the lack of time spent together. But that's when it's something I say in every interview. That was a time in my life that I learned the difference between quality and quantity. You know, the time we spent together, as little as they were, because I would have loved more, of course, but they were very, very, you know, special moments that as a daughter you will never forget.
It's immense pride. Obviously we don't feel entitled, you know, but it's an immense pride to be part, you know, to be a son, honestly, to be a part of his family.
Is it a big job to uphold the legacy?
Yeah, Yantal, I think the good thing about his legacy, it's not only for his children to bear. It's when he stated about the flag, his su dicho, you know, his slogan about the flag, if he let it fall, he didn't say for his kids to pick it up. So his legacy is a very weighty legacy. Thank God it's not only for us to bear, it's for all the Aruban people to carry that legacy of responsibility on our shoulders. Success of this country is the responsibility of all of us.
What keeps me awake at night is, you know, how we can make sure that the future generation will learn the true history of not only him as a person, as a politician, but also of the struggle of Aruba for the status of part, especially towards the realization of it.
Hello, my name is Gilberto.
Hi, I'm Francesca.
Hi, I'm Tiara.
And we are the grandchildren of Betico Cruz.
This is a great time to introduce the next generation who will carry the torch and help keep Betico's story alive, just as their parents have done before them.
What impresses you most about his story?
It's like a David versus Goliath story for me. What I really like is that us being a small island of now barely 100,000 people, back then I bet it was even less, I can't tell you the number. We went against, or we fought for our own autonomy, for our right to make decisions within our own island, and that he made it possible for us to be where we're at right now in this country.
It's really impressive, I would say, to see how he had a goal and he fought for it and he didn't give up.
I think it's really impressive how he was able to find the courage to fight for something that at that time seemed impossible, and how he was able to bring the country in unity and bringing everyone together. That is a really, really hard thing to do. But his way of words and his warm heart and how he really was a man of the country. In Papiamento we say pueblo. It's something that not everyone can do, and he did it really, really well.
But it is somewhat on you to continue the legacy and to continue the story. And how do you plan on doing that?
I try to participate in the ceremonies that as a family we usually go to.
We will keep going to the ceremonies.
And I think we will continue doing that, doing the ceremonies at the plaza, and hopefully fill their roles as they play.
Also asking questions about him at our parents and our family, especially our grandma, to find out more about who he was, and also the people who knew him, his friends.
And within ourselves, they tell us stories that of our grandfather, Betico.
I think also promoting a little bit of his story in other countries or like outside of Aruba, as now I'm a university student and studying abroad. It's not a lot of people know about us and about our history, and I think it's a very touching, inspiring story of what he accomplished. So I think talking to more people, letting them know about our history or what he did.
At the end of the day, it is his story, and it would be our honor to carry it.
We see our parents and uncles and aunts go to like schools in different areas, and they continue like tell the stories.
And we see our parents go to schools and do more things, and I think we would be the ones to fill their shoes.
I posed one final question to Betico's children. As we approach this Betico Day, what is the one message they would like to share with the people of Aruba?
That's the biggest consolation for us. The love the people have for my father. You know, that's the biggest consolation and the source of strength to keep on going and to keep representing him in the way that he always told us. I will say it in Papiamento, Corda representami dignamente.
Betico has been a symbol of perseverance. In his life, his determination, perseverance has been tested in different difficult occasions. He's been shot, attempts on his life he's been imprisoned, attempts on his life has been various. And so he's been tested, but he never gave up. So on every Betico Day, I would be very happy if we all say as Arubians, on the future of this island, we will never give up on Aruba. That we cherish this beautiful diamond we have as island country, Aruba.
But to be honest, it is an honor to be part of his legacy or be part of the family of a man with this type of legacy. We're very proud of what he did. We are keenly aware of all the sacrifices he made. Many people may not know, especially our young generation doesn't know, his story completely and all the sacrifices he made, not only in our family, but in his personal life, but even physically. He was thrown in jail, he was shot. All in his fight for Aruba Star Zapate.
I hope that they know how grateful we are as the children of Betico of how this national holiday is celebrated. Culturally, politically, in every aspect, because for us it gives us the pride and the joy that, I don't want to say his sacrifice, because I don't think he felt it as a sacrifice, but maybe we felt it as a sacrifice because we didn't have our father around, but it wasn't for nothing.
One powerful takeaway from my conversation with the Cruz family is this: to keep Betico Cruz's story alive and ensure Aruba's history is never forgotten, we must rely on the next generation to carry it forward. But just as importantly, we must continue to celebrate January 25th, known as Betico Day, with a grand display of Aruban pride and patriotism.
1, 2, 3.
Feliz Día de Betico!
Queremos y respetar.
Convení, señor Betico Cruz.
Hola, Nicolina.